with another video on Delhi debaters, and today we'll be debating, we'll just be saying what is going to happen next at Newcastle. What should they sack Steve Bruce? Who are they going to sign? And how does their future look? Will they be major teams? Will they conquer England, maybe even Europe? And I'm going to start, and I think they've got a good future. Obviously, they've not, if the owners go ahead, Saudi Arabia don't have great human rights stuff, but let's put that aside and think how much money Newcastle will get. They've been linked with Gareth Bale, Edison Cavani, and Coutinho, all players who are kind of aging and don't want to be at their club and want to move on. They'll get the money, and Newcastle could just definitely afford that. I think they've definitely got a good future, and I think they can win lots of stuff. They've also got the players now. I think they're going to probably clear out most of them to earn money. And they're also linked with Maurizio Pochettino, and I think they can be a super team. They can conquer the world, and they can sign literally all the great players.
There is a big possibility in that, but I'm going to say no. Who would want to join Newcastle, especially at this rate? Even if they do sign a lot of old players, they would probably not want to go from wherever they are to Newcastle. They like playing European football, whilst at Newcastle, it's guaranteed that they won't. Playing under Steve Bruce is probably not right. And I think that they took they still get big players getting into the club. And Rafa Benitez is a clever manager. He's a clever manager. He's won the Champions League. He knows a lot about big players and big signings. While Steve Bruce is more of a championship manager, doesn't know what he's doing.
Okay, but my opinion is that I don't think maybe they'll have one good season and then I think they will fall because all they're interested in is Gareth Bale, Cavani, who are old, aging players.
Exactly.
They won't be at the club. They won't be at the club for very long.
Yeah, but look, let's look. Bale's 30, Coutinho's 27, Cavani's, these guys, Cavani's 33. They're obviously old, but that's why they'll be looking for the move. So, because they want the money, and you can probably supply them for another 2 years.
Yeah, but
so I think what Newcastle are thinking is, let's get old, good players, then they can become a big team, and then the youngsters will actually want to join them. So you can make a big club from old players who are good and want the money. So they'll say, we want the money, we go to Newcastle, they play really well, they can even make top four. And then other teams will want to join them, and younger players they can acquire, and they can have a good future. So I think this is kind of a plan. And talking about Steve Bruce, as you guys, Ethan was, I think we can all agree that he's probably got to be sacked, especially if you sign good players.
I do feel sorry for him because I think he's actually had a decent season at Newcastle. And there are some games where they played poorly, and there's some games where
also he had a very bad start. And he did really overcome that really well. But I just think
like getting a win against Tottenham, but then you've got to
Chelsea.
Yeah. Anyway, enough.
Get your team ordered. Get your team, and I think that with the signings that he's made, that they have with Jolinton, it hasn't worked. He's playing Jolinton out of position. It's where Jolinton wants to play. It's basically, for example, for Jolinton, because he's more of a favourite getting it and assists, but because he doesn't really pass to anyone, but because he's up top, all the players pass to him, and he doesn't really prefer to shoot. Leave it to someone like Saint-Maximin, another good signing, but they can't get the ball to him because Saint-Maximin thinks that, okay, Jolinton's the striker, he's going to shoot and score. That's not really...
Yeah,
but let me talk. But at Hoffenheim, it was different to Jolinton. But then Saint-Maximin, they need to have one good season. But even when they get loads of money, they've got big clubs and they're a big starting 11.
Yeah, but
they're going to collapse with big players with big nerves, and they want to do well at Newcastle. And then none of those clubs are going to buy them, and then they're going to start doing badly. And then it's basically just going to be over and over again. But you can't go from, for example, Matt Dommett to signing Kalidou Koulibaly, who's also been...
yeah, but you can if you've got the money. Football, let's be honest, football clubs, how do football clubs come from the right? Let's take Chelsea. Let's just take Chelsea for an example. 80s, 90s, you're in Division 2, you get promoted. Then into the 2000s, Abramovich, rich Russian buys them and invests in the club. You buy players like Drogba, who have a bright future. You can buy Lampard, who has a bright future. These players see that this team's on the rise, and then they turn out, and now we're like the best team in the. Then they conquer the Europe, they win the Champions League, and now they're just Champions League contenders.
Yeah,
and
but that's
we can probably see it's also Man City, the same story, but let's just because we've seen it before, so people know when the starting point is. And let's be honest, Newcastle have had a bigger boost because
they're trying. Well, they're going to get loads of money. They're going to sign big players, but then they're going to have one bad season with big players that are going to start collapsing. That's what's happened with Linton. He was a really big prospect at Newcastle.
It's one player. Listen, but let's just look at the money. Newcastle have had a boost because the other teams started in second division when they were much worse. But Newcastle, they're already a mid-table side, and we've seen capable stuff of beating top 6 teams. And Steve Bruce and just the club, they had a terrible owner before, and they were already a mid-table side. So imagine with the rich owner who's going to, obviously, Saudi Arabia, a very rich country, who can invest in the club. And they've already got these brilliant signings with huge potential, like St. Maxim, a young star. And Steve Bruce has made some good signings, and he will make more. If they're old, let's be honest, if you have a team with Cavani, Coutinho, and Bale, you're likely to make at least the top 6. You're not going to have, even one good season will persuade teams, this team's on the rise, let's join them.
Yeah, but you can't base on the fact that they're definitely going to finish top 4. Coutinho, Bale and Cavani, I mean, they are good players, but I just don't think that they'll be capable enough. And if they do, then okay. But I just don't think, I mean, obviously they're capable of getting top 6 because you saw in 2012, I think, they finished fourth or fifth in the table with Alan Pardew. So, I mean, they are capable, but it all depends on, it could all depend on an injury. It could all depend on a flop. I mean, Cavani is probably nearing to his end of career. Coutinho.
But they're also linked.
Saying that they're going to sign old players, they're going to be good, but they're not. They're going to be slow. And look at Newcastle right now. Who would want to join them? They're looking to buy top players. Koulibaly, Coutinho. Why would they want to go from the Champions League club to a 13th place Newcastle? And I don't get it. How they've got so much money for a mid-table side. I know they've got so much money and they've got great owners, but they really...
I agree with Ethan because Coutinho, he has a chance to revive it. He had a chance to revive his career at Bayern. I think he's kind of taken it, and now it's probably like a stepping stone to try and revive his career again. Newcastle will not be a good move for him.
Yes, but guys,
for watching. If you did like this, then subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when we do more debates. Also, give a big shout out to FIFA Football Friends Rafi and Classic Sports Safi, and we'll see you in our next debate.